Hello everyone, my name is Ruthlyn Richard, and tonight I will be re-delivering a speech by Elizabeth Stanton titled The Destructive Male. Elizabeth Stanton delivered this speech in 1868 at a women's suffrage convention in Washington, D.C. Elizabeth worked tirelessly for more than half a century to obtain voting rights for American women and question the social and political norms of her day which excluded women. I urge a 16th Amendment because manhood suffrage, or a man's government, is civil, religious, and social disorganization. The male element is a destructive force, stern, selfish, agonizing, loving war, violence, conquest, acquisition, breeding immaterial and moral world alike, discord, disorder, disease, and death. See what a record of blood and cruelty the pages of history reveal. Through what slaughter, sacrifice, and slavery. Through what inquisition and imprisonment, pain and persecution, black codes and gloomy creeds, the soul of humanity has struggled for the centuries, while mercy has veiled her face, and all hearts are dead alike to love and hope. The male element has held high carnival thus far. It has fairly run riot from the beginning, overpowering the feminine element everywhere, crushing out the diviner quality in human nature. Until we know but little of the true womanhood and manhood, of the latter comparatively nothing, for it has scarce been recognized as a power until within the last century. Society is but the reflection of man himself, untampered by woman's thought. The hard iron rule we feel alike in the church, the state, and the home. No one need wonder at the disorganization, at the fragmentary condition of everything, when we remember that man, who represents but half of a complete being, with but half of an idea on every subject, has undertaken absolute control over all sublunary matters. People object to the demands of those whom they choose to call strong-minded, because they say the right of the suffrage will make woman masculine. That is just the difficulty in which we are involved in today. Though disfranchised, we have few women in the best sense. We have simply so many reflections, varieties, and dilutions of the masculine gender. The strong, natural characteristics of womanhood are repressed and ignored independence. For so long as man feeds woman, she will try to please the giver and adapt to his condition. To keep a foothold in society, woman must be near like man as possible, reflecting his ideas, opinions, motives, virtues, prejudice, and vices. She must respect his statutes, though they strip off every inalienable rights and conflict with the higher law written by the finger of God on her own soul. In speaking of the masculine gender, I do not wish to be understood to say that all men are hard, brutal, and selfish. For many of the most beautiful spirit the world has ever known have been clothed in manhood. But I refer to those characteristics, though often marked in women, that distinguish what is called the stronger sex. For example, the love of acquisition and conquest, the very pioneers of civilization, when expanded on the earth, the sea, the elements, the riches, the forces of nature, are all powers of destruction when used to subjugate, one man to another or to sacrifice nations to ambition. With violence and disturbance in the natural world, we see a constant effort to maintain an equilibrium of forces. Nature, like a loving mother, is ever trying to keep land and sea, mountain and valley, each in its place, to hush the angry winds and waves, balance the extreme of heat and cold, that peace, harmony, and beauty may reign supreme. There is just a striking analogy between matter and mind, and the present disorganization teaches us that in the dethronement of women, we have let loose of the element of violence and ruin that she has only the power to curb. If civilization of the age called for an extension of the suffrage, surely a government of the most virtuous, educated men and women will better represent the whole and protect the interests of all than could the representation of either sex alone. Thank you all.